Mm, Hello, this is content for your mind, and I'm here to have a conversation with my cell phone again because I need content. I still haven't even got to the point to where I got to a punching bag. I did do some leaping shorts, hopping over stuff. I don't know. Some people don't have no jumping skills. I really probably still got a gym membership. I don't remember. Yeah, it's a size check, but I'm still big. They say ain't no such thing as big bones, but motherfuckers got some long ass bones. There ain't no such thing as big bones. Motherfuckers always making up shit. I don't like calling stuff rants. I just put rant down just to try to give a short summary. I really prefer different points kind of snowballed around. You kind of do what you want with them as you figure out the piece of the puzzle of the shit you've been thinking about. I just had lost the ability to keep a lot of thoughts inside of my head. That's a curse, becoming a blabbermouth, motor mouth, talking too much. hmm Well, also I had a lot of different informations conflicting because, like, I can step into a mind of an American or I can step into the mind of an Israelite. So that's the double entendre that I deal with on a daily basis being in America. Like, if I could shave this beard, which is never gonna happen, right? But if I shave this beard off, do you know how many more jobs I can get simply by just shaving my beard? Let alone simply getting a haircut. But that's just from running my mouth too much. I made a joke. I thought it was a joke to my former barber about Cam Newton and the Patriots. And I have nothing against Cam Newton, but he's a football player and he's been on a down slot. They say, I'm not trying to insult Cam Newton, but I made a joke that Cam Newton will have a hard time reading the playbook. Not saying that he's illiterate, but I'm just saying the Patriots have a complicated playbook. I know a couple of players have issues with it. Of It's a complicated playbook. That's why he picks who he picks. And I guess it got something to do with him cheating. I don't know. So he got offended. So I thought it was funny. Hmm. That's why you don't have nothing nice to say. Don't say nothing at all. And yeah, that's why I don't have no haircut. That's why. Cause he was a phenomenal barber. But like they say, there's always different barbers. But bro, I don't like stepping in anybody's barber shop. Every brother knows the barber shop is like stepping into Mortal Kombat sometimes. Times have changed and barber shops have become less violent. Mm. But yeah, even the old mafia movies, like barber shops are weird. hate to go negative, but my brain is always in the negative. Always. If it ain't pertaining to people believing in the Lord, then I know for a fact that motherfucker is capable of anything, which is about 99.99% of society. You know, because without the understanding and without those laws, you're not gonna follow the laws that are on these books in America because nobody follows those laws anyway. So if you don't follow those laws, I guess it might be a splash of people trying to follow those laws, but even they're still gonna break some form of law. I think they're gonna get to the point to where any form of law breaking that they see, videotape, all of that, like they're really starting to, like, I don't think I'm connected to the system, but if I had the capability to create a correctional facility, they call them penitentiaries. That's why I know the difference between people who literally has been down, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna give y'all them details, but there's a way to tell if somebody actually been locked up. Yeah. But that's just now a need to know basis, because, like, yet again, like, I speak on some things, but some of us have enough sense. Some of us have been trained differently and programmed differently, especially when it comes to the realm of speaking and running your mouth. Like, I failed a lot, and yet again, just being negative and not being calm and cool, but hey, well, I think one of my biggest mistakes is thinking I can see the future. I created my future. That's why I always like to preach to the 16-year-olds, you know what I'm saying? Even 15 to that point, if you have them children's, right? Because I do content for adults. So if you have children's, but sometimes, motherfuckers, kids just be catching and watching stuff, you focus on a mortgage. If you're not really going to live in that area for long, find a cheap rent, but you can save till you find a location you want to be at and just get a mortgage. Get a mortgage. It might be difficult, might not be, but just buy a piece of property. If you get tired of that house that you're in or condo or whatever, you can just rent it out, go find a new location, get another piece of property. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. It makes sense. I'm not into salesmanship is something I really should have. I did a little GMC, but it's like, yeah, I could have did better. I definitely could have did better. Like, having the brain mind where I'm at right now, I should have been able to get a lot of good sales, but yeah, they only paid $7.25 too, and the manager was an asshole. Greenbrier Chesapeake location. No, it's not Greenbrier location. No offense to that GMC. It was the one near the TCC. That's in Chesapeake. Y'all know the name of that damn location. Yeah, some people, he thought he caught him a goddamn gone. Oh man, I went back in that joint, cussed his ass out. Fuck you, I didn't know who the fuck he thought he was talking to. Yeah, cause he told me to goddamn clean the shelves, and he had a little white joint in there. And he reminded me of not Candy Butler, but if you ever seen, it's not even Gumball. That's a funny ass show too. It's Flapjack. The Misadventures of Flapjack. It's not Candy. Mr. Candy or some shit like that. That's what he looked like. The dude name was Philip. And he had a little white girl in there that was you. Most of y'all would consider attractive because there's levels to this. I ain't trying to be ignorant, but y'all know what it is. And he's like, "Don't worry about wiping the shelves." After he told me to wipe the shelves, he said, "Don't worry about wiping the shelves." I'm like, "Okay." I come back in. He just snaps on me like, "Didn't I tell you to wipe the shelves?" I'm like, "Oh, this here." And I didn't even say nothing. Let him have it, keep your little job, whatever. In the first place, he lost my application. That was the cue. I could have just disappeared on his ass because he left the paperwork within my paperwork. So he's kind of telling you to scram. Here's your opportunity to escape before I put all your stuff in the system. Because I already had picked up another job. You know what I'm saying? He let me go and all that. And I could have been picking up them hours on that shift. Yeah. Well, I wanted 2 different jobs. Yeah, I can't. I hate. And I could have just let him take what I owed him at my last paycheck. I didn't even have to go up there to pay for that. So it's just, that's how angry I was. Yeah, bounce around shit. Y'all watch people sit there and speak on the rappers. I already did a video on that. I be trying to figure out what is the conversation people want to have. They get all these exciting views. I be trying to figure out what do you do. They get people to actually watch something that is. At least people can throw insults on the internet screen to the face instead of just the comment box. Cause I got another guy throwing insults on the comment box. I'm like, bruh, when you can sit here and take your cell phone on YouTube and click a 15-second shorts for somebody can see your face, like you can literally have a shorts battle with somebody if they really with it. Just have a whole sneak dissing contest. Like, I hate to be ignorant. I hate to be arrogant right now, but this is genius. Like I'm literally just dropped a genius bomb, and I hope a million people see this, and they're gonna like, man, this guy's smart. You can just do a little short battle. You know what I'm saying? Put the person's name in there, who you want to talk to, on the YouTube algorithm, whatever. Put the actual account name in there. People that search their name up might end up running into your video. I know I got a lot of views off of I don't like no millions, but DJ Meechy Meech, he's a YouTuber. He's one of the ones I'm trying to ricochet up to 1 million views. That way I'll be the YouTuber that can get people, the YouTubers. They want my endorsement. Everybody talking all this shit, but nobody calling themselves Mr. YouTube. And if there is somebody calling themselves Mr. YouTube, don't nobody give a fuck about you. I don't mean to throw insults. That's just how's I talks. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I need a lot of self-improvement before you go knocking and kicking in other people's doors. But some of y'all do that anyway, and I'm guilty of my own. Yeah. It be like that sometimes. Have at it. I mean, can't no video be worse than my videos, right? And just pick your camera up and just start talking to the screen. Content for your mind.